Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. In between looking for ancient ruins and rock art, I also like to try and figure out where possible prehistoric archaic camps may have been. I apply simple logic to try and find these places. I think, where would I congregate to sit and make tools? Would those places be staging grounds before a hunt, or would they actually be kill sites? Where would the animals have been moving through? Are there springs or other water sources nearby? One thing to remember is prior to prehistoric times, let's just say the archaic period, people didn't exactly live sedentary lives. They would have moved often, following seasons and resources. So when it got really hot, they would have moved to higher elevations, and when cold, lower elevations, and so on. So I look at topography, searching for land features, clusters of rocks, possible shorelines of ancient lakes, caves, and so on. Most times I don't find much, but every now and then I stumble across something quite fascinating, which is encouraging. Finding these things makes me want to learn and continue to go farther. I'm already an avid hiker, so looking for all these things and learning the history makes the adventure even more interesting. So please join me as I head out and discover what once was. Well, I am in an area that may or may not be promising. It's really hard to tell, to be honest with you, but it certainly looks cool, so I figured it's worth a shot. You may be wondering, how do I come across these places, or how do I find them? Well, I do a lot of motorcycle riding, and I come through this area the other day, and it looked really good while I was on my motorcycle, and I thought I need to go back and have a look. So here I am. We're gonna give this area a look. There's some spots. There's a spring nearby, but there might be some good shelter up in the cliffs here, and I would presume this would have been a good place to chill in between hunts or base camping. I'm not sure, but there's some patches of open land, and those might be good areas. So I'm gonna go up there and have a look and see if we come across anything interesting. There might be some rock art up there, might not. You just never know. And as I mentioned in most of my videos, just doing an investigation of, a section like this, it could take all day. We're going to give it a half a day and have a good look. We may find something, we may find absolutely nothing at all. So it's really, you just never know. You never know what you're going to come across. But regardless, it's still awesome just to be out here. We got out here really early. Temperatures are warming up, so I have to be a little more cautious in regards to snakes. So I'm coming up in elevation, hoping to stay away from snakes, but you're gonna come across them. It's just the way it is, and we'll have a nice cool morning nonetheless, so hopefully we come across something. Man, there's some pretty thick bushwhacking. This might not be any good at all. Let's go back 1,000 years. Everything pretty much roughly looked the same. Climate was kind of the same. I'm sure the terrain was kind of the same. But if we go back even farther, let's say into the archaic period, to 8,000 years ago, things probably looked a little different out here. And if we go back even farther to the Paleo-Indian period, things would probably be, we're talking, 12,000 years ago, things would probably be quite different out here. So I'm not anticipating on finding ruins out in this area because of the time period I think people would have moved through here. I think if anything, Might find some rock art. However, this is the rock that's out here. It's not really conducive to carving on, but I could be wrong. Like I said, you never know what you're going to come across. But I think at best, evidence I would find of any type of camp would be just debitage or lithics on the ground, evidence of tool making. That would probably be about it. But I mean, there might be caves in here. You don't know. That's why you come out and really give it a thorough look. Huh, you know, actually, that rock looks a little smooth there. There could be some rock art somewhere in here. Be tough though. Scrub oak and manzanita. What I'm trying to do is up near close to these cliffs, there's some open ground, but down here it's pretty bad. Well, this is got some good views up here for sure. You know, this spot down here, it's a nice flat area, open ground. This might actually be a better spot. But we're up here, so we're gonna have a look. Oh, this side is beat. It's waist to chest deep, bush hogging. I'm not gonna find anything in that. So I'm gonna retreat and go back the other direction, work my way down to that flat area. Whoa, look at this back here. That's pretty intense. I'm gonna have a look. Yeah, well, I think we're gonna run the drainage. This is the path of least resistance. Got some water pockets in here. I don't know, maybe this will be a nice protected area in here. It feels good. So a lot of times things like this, you get this big ledge right here that would have provided good coverage from the elements. Could have sat in there, you've got a view of the area, but it's pretty thick in here, so I don't know. Maybe this wouldn't have been ideal, but we'll go in there and have a look. So I mentioned that I seriously doubt I'd come across ruins, like as far as seeing a village in here, just because I feel like I'm going far back in time, and you didn't really see sedentary living, to my knowledge, until agriculture became a staple, or corn. Corn wasn't introduced to the Southwest until I think it was 4,000 years ago from Mexico. So prior to that, people probably just moved around and followed resources, followed game, followed the seasons, stuff like that. Nothing would have been sedentary. So that's why I say more than likely all you'll really come across is evidence of like tool making, debitage, lithic material, stuff like that. Okay, we got a little cover in here. See? Boy, makes it tough to get in there though. Gotta have a look. Well, maybe that's evidence of fire, maybe not. It's a little dark. Some dark spots here. Maybe this all filled in though with debris and got, you just don't know. You just don't know really, but there could be evidence of fires in here. It looks dark from soot, but it could be something else. But this would have been a good spot. I've got cover here, nice extended ledge and a view out. This would have been a good spot to chill, but I don't really see anything in here. And while I'm talking about finding stuff, I'm just looking at stuff on the surface. I don't dig, I don't keep anything, so I need to make that clear. Not seeing anything on the ground as far as lithic debris, so might have struck out on this spot. Okay, we are in a different area, obviously, and I am starting to find lithic material. This is a good sign. So you start seeing this, like I mentioned, a lot of times it's all you're going to find, especially if we're talking about the archaic period, which is what I'm interested in finding. So this might be a good area. This is a nice open valley. We're just going to walk around. You start seeing lithic material. I mean, obviously they were in the area manufacturing tools, so I believe we're onto something. We're just going to continue to walk around and maybe we'll come across something cool. Well, here and there I'm finding little pieces of lithic material, but nothing concentrated. So yeah, nothing significant, but I'm finding more than I was earlier, so that's good. Every now and then I find some pretty big chunks here, but like I said, nothing significant. Finding some nice material here. Chert, obviously napped. So I'm in an interesting area. I've got a high cliff base here with some overhangs. So I'm just gonna take my time and really check this area out and see what happens. Well, I was drawn to this, but there is no sign of any type of artwork. And there may have been something in here, but it might have just exfoliated away. And I still keep coming across random lithics, but nothing of any significance. So I just feel like this is a pretty good spot for something. And there are obviously people in here tool making, but I'm not getting any good concentrations. So, but like I said, better than I was earlier, so at least there's something. We're gonna walk over here and have a look and see if there's anything else. All right, this is a pretty good spot. I'm seeing lots of lithic debris. And I just pulled this out. You can see the edges have been worked a little bit, so this might have been some type of scraping tool, but there's debris all on the ground in front of this ledge here. I'm just going to take my time and have a look. There might be something cool on the surface. Yeah, as you can see, there's just all types of lithic debris in front of this ledge. Lots of chippings, some interesting stones. Well, people were definitely hanging right here and manufacturing tools, scrapers, knives, whatnot, projectile points. So this might have been a good area to base camp, construct tools, and head out in the surrounding hills, make your kills. So I might be in a good spot. I feel like I'm in a good spot. There's obviously evidence of tool production here. That's pretty cool, finally. Yeah, lots of this material. So this is chert. Oh, and boom, just like that, find some obsidian. So there's some obsidian here. Okay, I'd say without a doubt we've got there's more obsidian. Wow, the longer I take and just stare, I've got all kinds of materials coming out now. So this is a good spot. Excellent. So the more time I'm by this ledge, just patiently looking at the ground, certain things are standing out, you know. Nice round stones in here. Yeah, this would have been a good spot to chill. And there's lots of lithic debris in here, so obviously you get a little shelter, you know, relief from the sun, rain, wind, whatnot. And you can make your tools here in relative peace, and head back out. As you can see, it's got a great vista of the area. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time just in this general area, see what else we come across. So I definitely feel like this would have made at least a nice temporary shelter, or if not, an intermittent camp. There's enough material all over the ground here to suggest that that's exactly what it was. But yeah, as I just continue to look, there's just the ground's covered in front of this ledge here. And like I mentioned, a lot of times that's about what you're going to find, just what I found. Some residuals, some obvious larger tools, but that's all that's left. There's no ruins or art or anything, just, you know, the use of the natural shelter, and then the residuals from tool production. But I think this would be a good spot. Good spot indeed. Whether right now or 4,000 years ago. And behind me there's a cave, small cave up in that. I don't know if I don't think I can get up there. But there might be something in there. Like some artwork or something. I don't know. It would be nice to get in there and have a look. I'll walk up there, but I don't think I can climb up in there safely. So it's not really worth it to me to try it. Huh, you know what? There might be another ledge right here. Let's go have a look real quick. There's a slight one. I'll have a look down here too. Not as much cover as the other one, but I'm not really seeing anything on the ground here. I'm not really looking very hard either. So that shelter's right there where I was that I found all the material. And the cave is literally right around this corner here, and I thought I might be able to get up here and edge into it, but nah, it's not possible. It's not worth it. I was like, well, I'll just fly my drone into it, but I don't have my drone on me. It's back at the truck. I just have a little pack of water in it. But I'm gonna go have a look at this area. It looks like there might be another overhang above where I was just finding all that material. So we'll walk over there and have a look. But yeah, I wish I could have get in that cave. There very well may be something in there, like art-wise, that is. Well, definitely a work piece here, but I don't know if it was not completed. Who knows? Might have been something. Pretty primitive though, but you can definitely tell it's been worked. It's a point of some type. What its purpose, don't know. Doesn't look like its purpose would have been much of anything, but it's something. So that's like the most substantial piece I've found today, and I'm starting to encounter a good bit of obsidian flakes. So, you know, slowly but surely we're making it happen. Back where I found it. This is a cool spot. A little mini arch here. Well, he's keeping a lookout, see if there's any art. Petroglyphs or pictographs. Haven't seen anything. But there might have been here. It's just exfoliated away or weathered away. Well, I do believe we were in a prehistoric camp of some type. Temporary. Prehistoric or archaic. So there was we got into quite a bit of lithics there for a second on that ledge. And I haven't really got into any more concentration like that, but I'd say it's been a pretty good day. Yeah, good day indeed, for sure. The scenery's been fantastic. All right, it is warmed up and it's almost snake 30, so we're gonna wrap it up. However, I'm in an area again. I've come back out of the rocks and I'm back in another high concentration of of lithics. So I'm gonna take a minute, kind of scour the area before we pack this up and see if we come across anything. But it's been a pretty cool day. Awesome scenery, of course, and we did find what I believe to be, you know, a temporary or prehistoric hunting camp, shelter, anything of that nature. I definitely think prehistoric or archaic, but there is plenty of evidence that people were hanging out in there, you know, doing the business, making their tools. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, I'm just gonna have a look in here and see if we come across anything. This is a interesting spot. The ground is covered, I mean covered in lithics. They're just everywhere. This could be good. Oh yeah, see, look, got this, got chert and obsidian. All right, we're back to the truck. I think today was a success. Certainly found what I was looking for. I didn't really find anything spectacular aside from the scenery, but that's how it rolls. So folks, thank you very much for watching. I got lots more content on the way. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps us out tremendously. It is free. We'll see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.